Hello everyone and welcome to Lakeside, and first of all, many apologies for not getting a video up sooner. I said I'd get one up in the last video about 2 days later, 2 or 3 days later, but it's worked out a lot longer than that for a couple of reasons. A, I've been busy with other things, and the other thing is that the completion of this has taken me much longer than what I anticipated. The main reason is the incline at the back there was horrendous. It's taken me 2.5 days, nearly 3 days, to do that one piece of incline, and primarily it's because of the lack of space. I don't know if I can get down here and show you. It's right up there, and I've only got that much room, and believe me, I'll fill that space, and I had to poke my head up, right up there, to get to it. Absolute bloody nightmare, it really was. But now I'm doing a video, you can probably guess that I can now get a loco running through that tunnel right from the bottom of the lower fiddle yard. So let me show you what I've been doing. Well, first of all, I've got I've put new track down all the way through, right the way through from the lower level here up that incline and up the other 2 inclines, which I'll show you in a second. So that's all new track. All that track which you've seen before was taken out and relaid. You can see the Brighton bell sitting there, and the reason why I chose the Brighton bell is because to celebrate that, I thought that I would use that as the test, because she was the one which started Lakeside off. That was the first locomotive I ever bought, so I thought, right, I'm going to use that to come through the tunnel. It seemed right and fitting for her to be there. So if we work along, now several of you have been saying about how we're going to do the fiddle yards. Well, now I can show you ish. The fiddle yard, the lower fiddle yard, starts off straightforward. So what I'll have, let me just cover it, it's so tight down here. Let me just twizzle round. So there'll be a point here, which will, all the points will be surface mounted pico points, which are like this, effort, and that will just sit alongside. And on this particular one, I've got a thing called a frog juicer, which, what that does, for those who don't know, it automatically alters the current between the frog just here, because what I want to do is I want to spur off, go across, and that will continue all the way around up to the very top. As you can see, it's a long way. You can't really see it from here. It's a long way, and then it'll come back down on this track where the coronation's sitting in a complete loop and go back out again. So that will give me a reversing loop. So whatever direction the train comes down in, either arse first or front first, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say arse, back first or front first, it doesn't matter, because I can then take it around a loop and bring it back round again, and it'll be in the opposite direction. So if it comes down backwards, I can take it around a loop and it'll come out frontwards. Now on this part of the track here, that's where all the points will be. So from here onwards, it will spur off into as many as I can fit points, and give me lengths of track here running right the way through to give me room to store coaches and fixed rakes like the Coronation, which I won't want to split now. I can keep that fully assembled, and you can see that that's probably it doesn't even take up half the length, so I can probably get 2 of those. I'll be able to get my HSTs on there and so forth. And then this side I will then be able to have a spur, 1 spur point coming off, running down the side here, and then similar to this track, but then coming down and spurring off and giving me shorter lengths here for either wagons or single locos. And then of course I've got the one above it, but this one of course is already on the incline. So what I've done is that I've taken a point there, as you can see, zoom in, so there is a point there, and that will come around and do exactly the same and go up across there, and another reverse loop with points spurring off from it. And let's come back out of zoom, and then likewise there'll be another track coming down here and going off that way. So they will feather off that way and feather off that way from 2 different tracks, and this second track coming down here will join up onto that reverse loop, so both will have the facility of going onto the reverse loop. And likewise here. So that's the fiddle yard, very briefly explained, and I think I've got ample room, and if I haven't, then I haven't. It's, you know, I'm stuck with what I've got. If I can't fit everything on, then I can't fit everything on. In fact, what I might do if I can't, I've been thinking about it seriously, is that I've got so much that I may do some culling as some of my stock, because I've got far too much really, to be honest with you, and I should just pick out the stuff which I don't need anymore, perhaps eBay it, but that's a long way off yet. I need to think about that and see what fits on. But I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that the vast majority will fit on either that level or that level. Other people have said about space underneath. Well, it's not that bad. I mean, I've got, you know, what, I don't know, 8 inches there, and these boards here lift off. These ones, they will lift off, so I can take all those off, lay my track on here with obviously loads of space, and the top level has got more space than the bottom, because obviously I've got all that height there yet, so that shouldn't cause a problem putting track on there. So it's all looking good. And while I'm down here, I'll tell you what, I'll just grab the controller. No, I won't, it's up that end. I'll do that in a minute. I didn't want this to be a short video. So the inclines now, again, all new track right the way through, brand new track. And this one here, you can see I've started putting in the magnetic strips, and I can't see it at the moment, but I've got a Terrier, which is my weakest loco. I've fitted magnets onto that, and it literally snaps onto the track now, and before it didn't have the magnets. It had absolutely no hope in hell's chance of pulling that rake of wagons there. It now goes right the way up to the top of this incline. I haven't yet taken it right the way out and through the tunnel yet, but it goes right the way up to the top there. So if it goes right the way up to the top, there's no reason why it shouldn't carry on the last little bit and come through the tunnel. So this strip and magnets work lovely. I got the this strip from my old company I used to work for. I popped in there during the week, and they had loads of it scrap. So it was just a case of slipping it underneath this track here. It's very easy to do. And the gaps, small gaps here where the pins are, it's going, so by the time it gets from there to there is no time at all, so it doesn't lose any adhesion because the inertia of the logo keeps it going. So that's not an issue. So the magnetic strips work, so I can now carry on and do the rest of the track. It's all pinned down, all permanent. Oh, let's go around here. Right, let's get the controller. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it will do its job. I was inches away from packing all this up. Not the layout, but the fiddle yard and incline thing, because it is so incredibly tight up here. It was okay doing this incline here and the other two and the bits under here, that was fine, but going over there, oh, it was literally painful. I was bumping my head, my knees, shoulders, my arms are covered in scratches. It was a nightmare. It really was a nightmare, and I was inches away from going, do you know what, I really can't be asked to do this, but I thought, no, I've got this far, and it'd be such a shame not to get that to work. But it has taken me 2.5, nearly 3 days to do that at the back underneath. Right, enough waffling, Falston. Let's get this going. This is hopefully this controller here is really playing me up. I don't know why it's on edit locomotive. Right, let's just see if it works. Yeah, it does. Right. So that's the bottom level, the very bottom level. Sorry about that, I just fell over. And my controller's packed up again in this thing. Right, sorry about that. Right, so now she's on the third incline. And it's just about to go up. I'll go behind the tunnel. So shortly, with a bit of luck and following wind, hey! Bless her little cotton socks. So that's right from the bottom level. So let's take it back down. And before I forget, yes, there will be walling on the edges of the inclines, but I've yet to put that on yet. As I've said to you in the previous video, hopefully we'll see that come through in a minute. I've yet to put it on, but because it'll hinder me. But I've got the MDF cut, it's just a case of screwing it on. This is quite a good test actually, because now it's pushing. As you can see, I've got lumps of wood and drills and everything still hanging around, but I thought I'd just do this quick video and not bother tidying up. I'm sorry about the quality of this video and me moving around and everything, but it's really difficult to try and do this. Okay, if I stop it there, what I was trying to say was that if once that point is working for the reverse loop, if I want, I can bring that Brighton bell in across onto that track, and it will go all the way along up to the very end to there, go in a curve and come back and join this track, and then it can go out the other way around. With the Brighton bell, it doesn't really matter obviously, but with her then it does matter. You know, I can bring her down from the track in several ways, well, front or back, and I can just bring it out the right way just by going on the reverse loop, and it's the it'll be the same on this level here. And I need that because obviously I've only got the one track which comes out onto the, I don't know whether it's the up line, down line, middle line, I don't know what they call them, but it comes up to the, and normally the direction of travel is that way, whereas obviously this track is this way. So if I want to get the train onto this track, I go over to the head shunt on this section of the track here, so it will come out on this track here, and then I can bring it over onto the head shunt and then bring it onto the inside track. So all bases are covered on that, and then if I want to take it back down again, then I just do exactly the same, bring it out over onto the outside track all the way around onto here, and then take it through the tunnel. So that's it, folks. Success. I am really happy. I am, no, seriously, really happy. That's a huge, mammoth job out of the way. All I need to do now is tidy up, and just, well, not tidy up my tools or anything, but tidy up the working, and then it's job done. But yeah, I can pack up now and feel pleased that it's now operational. Okay people, I think that's about it for now. I will do another video probably at the weekend sometime or towards the end of the week, and hopefully it will be more complete and I can show you some of the stuff going up which is using the magnets. So there we go. Okay, I think that's about it. So bye for now, and I'll speak to you again soon. So bye for now. Bye.